My name is Janine Knight, and I am Virtual Content Specialist for students with disabilities in science grades K through 2. We're going to discuss using voice recognition for students as an assistive technology tool that supports struggling writers. Speech recognition, also referred to as speech-to-text or voice recognition, is technology that recognizes speech, allowing voice to serve as the main interface between the human and the computer.
And hello.
Hello.
I'm glad that you came to see me on Daddy's phone.
I'm always glad to use Siri and Alexa in my everyday life. We have all used voice recognition technologies in our daily lives, many times without even thinking about it, like using automated phone menus and directories, voice-activated dialing on our cell phones, and integrated voice commands on smartphones. Those are just a few examples. How does speech recognition work for students in an educational setting? Well, improved access. It removes the physical barriers to writing and navigating of the computer. Writing production. Speech recognition technology can encourage writing that is more thoughtful and deliberate. Mechanics of writing. It allows students to get thoughts on paper without worrying about technical writing components, as well as increasing core writing skills. The students learn to discriminate between similar words when revising spelling and grammar errors using speech recognition. There are different types of dictation technologies. There are built-in dictation technologies where the microphone and the dictation tools come with the device, but you may need an internet connection. There's dictation apps. Along with using built-in dictation tools, students can also download dictation apps on smartphones and digital tablets. And then we are going to talk about Chrome tools, my favorite, and what we're going to focus on today. A number of tools for Chromebooks and the Chrome browser also offer dictation, like Co-Writer Universal, WordQ, and Read and Write for Google Chrome. Today we're going to focus mostly on Google Docs. When used in the Chrome browser, Google Docs also has its own dictation tool called voice typing. Voice typing in Google Docs. Google Docs lets you use voice typing to dictate using your computer's microphone. And again, you always need to make sure your microphone is enabled or allow it to be enabled when you click the voice typing tool. I'm going to focus today on Unit 4, Day 106 for Grade 1, the Sun, Moon, and Stars. Focus question: how did the sun, the moon, the stars appear to change position in the sky? I'm focusing also on the slide, Check for Understanding, which is at the end of the lesson. So the Check for Understanding question is in the blue box, and the students are directed to type or write an answer in the blue box where they see the pencil icon, which is right here. So what I decided to do was to give the students a choice of typing or writing their answer in the blue box, or using this Google Doc to speak their answer into the microphone and have the computer type it for them. So when you click this option, you are brought to the Google Doc that I created as a companion to this part of the lesson. So in this lesson, the students are analyzing a video on Crash Course YouTube. So in order to focus their attention, if they choose this option, on just the part of the video they would need to answer this question, I included a clip, a 1-minute clip from the video, which is represented by this image. So when they click the link to play the video, they're brought to a new window that opens. And of course, takes a little while to load. And when they click the video, they'll notice that the video will start at the section that explains what they need to know to answer the question, really reviews it for them because it's been explained throughout the lesson.
The Earth is rotating on its axis, creating day and night. At the same time, it's revolving all the way around the sun. Now, here's the thing. As the Earth is both rotating and revolving, it's not sitting straight up and down. Its axis is actually tilted, just a little. It's not all that much, but this tilt causes one part of the Earth to lean towards the sun, while another part of it is leaning away. This means that different parts of our planet's surface gets different amounts of sunlight and heat. So, why am I telling you all of this? Well, as the Earth travels around the sun, it creates a pattern throughout the year. This pattern happens over and over again, and I'm sure you've noticed it. At certain times of the year, you see the northern hemisphere leans towards the sun, and the southern hemisphere leans away. And at other times, the southern hemisphere leans towards the sun, and the northern hemisphere leans away. That pattern
It's called the seasons. So it goes on to discuss that in another few seconds, about 30 seconds left of the video. So they have a shorter video that is more focused on this document. They have an image to remind them where they need to focus their attention. I also included only the first part of the question so that there was less text on the page, with a click to an audio clip where I'm reading the question in the event they are not able to read, considering they're in the first grade. And then there's the directions. So we have click tools, click voice typing. So I'm going to do that first. So first you go up. This is how we use voice typing. You click tools. Here's voice typing. With a little practice, they will be able to do this on their own. Then I tell them to click next to this icon, the speaking icon, to see the blinking cursor. So that's another thing I teach the students, what that is, that's the blinking cursor, and it means you're ready to write or to type. Then we're going to click the microphone. And what's important here is to speak slowly to answer the questions and to encourage the students to speak in short phrases, because the microphone will pick up short phrases better than word by word. And then reread your answer to edit and revise before turning it in. So let's try it. Click to speak. As the Earth travels around the sun, it creates a pattern throughout the year. Period. This pattern happens over and over again. Period. The pattern makes seasons. Period. When it is summer, the part of the Earth that I am living in is leaning toward the sun. Period. At this time, it is warm and the days are long. Period. This is because the Earth tilts on its axis. Period. So now I click again. I'm going to go back and I'm going to delete what it picks up that doesn't belong. And I'm going to reread it. As the Earth travels around the sun, it creates a pattern throughout the year. This pattern happens over and over again. The pattern makes seasons. When it is summer, the part of the Earth that I am living in is leaning toward the sun. I believe Earth is capital. At this time, it is warm. At this time, it is warm. I'm going to put a comma. And, I should say and, the days are long. This is because the Earth tilts on its axis. That's it. I'm done. I can now turn this in my Google Classroom or in Seesaw or wherever I need to send this to get it to my teacher. And come back here. And if they were to click this, they would be brought back to the slide where they need to type on. So they do have the choice and it's interactive. And again, if they click here, they go to be able to speak their answer to show what they know. And that's how you use voice typing. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you enjoyed my video.